What's up, guys? It's your boy Souls here. Welcome back finally to Geometry to the Dizzle Dash. You already know. Airborne Robots remake has been taking me the longest to finish. I think we're double of the time of Nordic Arena and Tropical Seas. So I say I have been extremely lucky that 2.2 hasn't released yet because I'm still not done with this. So the main part that I am going to be working on, I actually did end up finishing the cube part here. This part is now completely done, completely decorated. Look at it, hallelujah, it's a miracle. I didn't even finish up the transition here. I have gears flying down towards you. So this part, it feels kind of empty. I might fill it up with something else, but as far as I'm concerned, if I were to release a level, I would consider this part complete. And of course, we got the ball part, you know, pretty average stuff finished. And then, whoa, what's this? So basically the cube part that I had before this new ball part, I kind of was trying to decorate it, but I couldn't execute on it. And as I kept playing it, it became less and less fun. So I decided to scrap that part gameplay wise completely. The part was just completely scrapped and I've replaced it with this brand new part, which is a lot more fun. And it also extends on the ball part, so I have an idea of how I want to continue forward with the part. And of course, I might as well go ahead and show you guys. This part right here is the one that I have been teasing on Twitter. If you have been following me, I finally made my first boss fight in like, I don't know how long, a year or two, I guess. Yeah, I finally made a boss fight. It's an airborne robot. I haven't given him a name, so most liked comment will probably be the name for this robot. So yeah, what I wanted to do was I kind of took inspiration from a lot of levels, modern levels nowadays, where they make the background itself and then they implement the decoration throughout the part like this and have like a little custom background. So, you know, I kind of took inspiration from that. I got a little bit of inspiration from Sonic Mania as well. And I really like this part. It's really cool. This is obviously going to need a low detail mode, but overall, I really do love this boss fight. And of course, after the boss fight, we do have the end game, which is probably going to be the final episode. I might change up a couple of things in this part as well, but 75-ish to 100, that's going to be for the finale. But for today, we are going to be finishing the ball part. If we have time, we might start on the finale. We'll see. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First things first is we gotta change the transition into actual color, because the transition here, I just automatically turn you black and white. So, you know, nice little dramatic part right here. Okay, so what color do I want to change it to? Because I've used orange and red and blue. Oh, let's try a green. Why not? Let's try a green. I do want this next part to be similar to the previous part, but has different aspects of it that make it look different. Okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad pulse. Alrighty, now it's time to make everything greenified, because green and purple, it looks like I'm sipping lean. This is not the tone I'm going for. Also, do you guys like my little design here? This is like my custom orb, kind of, in a way. I might adjust it a little bit, actually. So basically, this orb, it's supposed to like rotate gears. You know, it rotates the gears that are found in the level. I wish I could scale it more, but I just can't. It still looks good though. It's a rotate saws trigger. And for these triggers, basically these just open up moving objects and it pulses the object that moves green, so it's easy to detect it. Alright, you know, this is actually coming out pretty nice. It's a nice little transition to a color green. It's not bad, not bad. I guess now we should probably start doing the block design. It's gonna be basically this one, but I might make slight differences to it. We'll see. So let's go ahead and at least start with the base, because the base does not change at all. What am I doing? So yeah, the base doesn't change at all, so I might as well just go ahead and just do that. Wow, this part is actually, you know what? The ball part is not as long as I thought it was going to be. I actually might be able to start on the finale in this episode, depending upon how fast I build. Interesting. Probably one of the most boring parts of Geometry Dash building is the block design, but once it comes together, you really start loving the block design, even though it might be like the most tedious part of building. So people who predicted that 2.2 is going to be out in June, yeah, that's a lost bet. I would say around 2018, 2019 is when he said he was close to the finish line, but then he kept adding more. To a degree, I'm kind of happy it's not out yet, because I'm still not done with this level. So I'm going to stop complaining and keep on building. And my headphones are dying, even though I had them plugged up since last night. You know what? This is the issue that I have with wireless headphones. I guess when I get closer towards the part, I do want to talk about a little bit about the boss fight, because I wanted the boss fight to be an airborne robot. Yet for some reason I couldn't think of any ideas, but now that the boss fight's done, I thought of like 20. And am I going to implement those 20 ideas that I have? Probably not, no, because one, boss fights take a long time to do. Why do I keep clicking paste? I would say this is taking a really long time, but this is the block design, so like 25% of this part is going to be done purely just off the block design alone. Oh, by the way, I've used over 400 groups, by the way, so you know, this is probably like the most trigger usage I've used in a level in quite some time. You know what, I might as well go ahead and just fill up all the blocks with this, and then I'll leave little patches for where I actually make the block design look more unique. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am finally done with the block design. I even added the ground spikes for the part as well, just to fill it up a little bit more. But I think now is a good time to start working on the gears. Now the gears, I actually do want them to be slightly different from these, but not by too much. So I'm actually going to go ahead and move these gears. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and paste them over here, since they should already be like on top of the block design, hence why I'm copy paste. I'm going to have to fix that. So first thing is I'm going to need to unlink all of these. So I'm just going to move all of them to the side on their own individual merits. So this is going to be on T2. Well, I guess I could put all this on T2 then, huh? But now we actually need to make these gears look unique in comparison to the previous part, so it doesn't look copy pasted. So I guess the really big change would, I guess I could put like a skull in the middle like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have an angry skull. I guess I can do the same trick I did with the block design, but with this. You know what? I like it. Alright, it makes it look a little bit more unique. It still looks similar to the previous part, but it gives it its own flavor. You know what? I just realized I did not have these linked, nor did I have them on their own individual thingy. But you know what? That's fine. Alright, so in theory, this should still work like normal. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I am the pinnacle of stupidity. I am the pinnacle of stupidity. I still had this gear in 31. I am, I am so dumb. At least I fixed it, but I feel so dumb. What I kind of like about this part is that you have to literally wait for the red orb before you can click onto this part. I think that's kind of cool, because if you click it immediately, what happens if you click it immediately? Actually, I don't know. Oh yeah, if you click it immediately, you just die. Okay, that's pretty unique gameplay right here. That's unique. Anyway, I think it's time for some decoration. For the sake of laziness, it's going to be the exact same background, but slightly different. But if I do this, copy paste, scale, like that, actually looks kind of cool. I was gonna like change it, but ooh. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, having it right there makes it look really good, because it looks like a button on the actual background right there. I'm liking that. It's going to be quite interesting transitioning into this part. Also, I need to put like an incentive to actually go up on this part, so I need to go ahead and do that little spike effect I was planning. And I guess I need to spawn trigger these as well, because what happens if you like don't click here, you know? So I need to alpha trigger these. Well, not alpha trigger these, spawn trigger them. Actually, we can keep them upright like this. I just need to mess with the spawn timings. Alright, I think now's a good time for stealing decoration. Man, the colors here do need a little bit of adjustment because it doesn't translate perfectly. And for decoration, of course, we are going to be putting these little thingies on top of the block design. Alright guys, let me ask you something. What is your guys' favorite level out of Meltdown? And I'm not including my remakes. No, I'm not including the remakes. Just from the base Geometry Dash Meltdown game, which one is like your fan favorite? I think personally, I'll probably say Airborne Robots is my favorite one. I believe Viking Arena being a close second, simply because of how Raw Type did the gameplay and the design for Viking Arena. I love all the levels, but I feel like Nordic Arena. I do feel like Viking Arena and Airborne Robots really stood out to me. Nothing wrong with the 7 Seas. 7 Seas is actually really good, but in comparison to the other two levels, it just doesn't hit as hard for me, you know? Alright, I think now is a good time to work on pulsing, but pulsing's pretty boring to watch. So, a 3, a 2, a 1. Alright, so just doing a little laser effect right here, kind of boring. And how many objects have I used? 64,000? Let's go ahead and just crank up that number a little bit, huh? Why not? Let's go ahead and crank up the number more, sure. And now we can put these saws as normal saws everywhere else. And we can just have them hanging around, honestly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to wrap up the episode here. This is pretty much like an update episode, kind of, sort of, in a way. Just to tell you guys, hey, Airborne Robots will be getting finished quite soon, actually. Now that we finally finished the infamous ball part, to the transition of the ball part into the next part. I think I might add a couple of like decoration pieces like off camera, but they won't be very significant. But I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to, what the heck? What is this? But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like. 200 likes for the finale. And it's been your boy Souls, and I will see you guys next time. Later.